All right, guys, let's start. So my goal for you guys is you get the most out of this hour plus that we can deliver for you. The format that we're going to do today is I want to first take a minute and for you guys to really get present to, is there anything that's holding you back? Is there anything that's on your mind? Is there anything in your heart that you want to say, hey, Deryck, you know what? I I'm stuck on this, man. I can't get out of my way on this, or I'm just not seeing the light at the end of the tunnel on this. I'd love a little feedback around that. So I'm going to first just create some space for anybody that wants to have a hot seat or wants to just say, hey, listen, I'd love some feedback on this. I'd love some feedback on this. What I will tell you from coaching so long is that if somebody else has something going on, it absolutely means that other people have it as well. So the reality is we all spend so much time in our heads, and because of that, we think that what we have going on is only us. And what I can stand before you and say is that you'd be shocked at how common the issues that people have are in here. And usually it's more of a human condition than anything else. So I'd love to give some space to start with as a hot seat. Then we're going to do a little exercise here at the end. So let me see here. If you want to have a hot seat in the chat box, I see Linda Fisher. She's put something in there. So Linda, you're going to go first. Let's see if we can get anybody else in there. Who else has got something that they're stuck on? So I see Linda. I see Brad. Let's see if we can get about 3 or 4, and then we'll just rip through them. See if we can help you out. Okay, we got 2. So we'll see if anybody else gets brave. I got 3, Tara, and then I got 4, Andrea, after that. So there's going to be our 4, and then we're going to do a quick exercise after that. So Linda, let's do this. How can we help you?
Okay, mine is rate shoppers, and I have practiced the scripts, and I just get stuck every single time. I work on explaining the process, and unless you're ready to lock in a rate, it's kind of irrelevant that we're having this conversation. And I just feel like I continue to get pushback, and so I end up caving in and giving him a rate, and then
there it is.
I know I feel defensive, and I'm like,
And
but
there's
like,
where you
back
feel
of my mind, I'm like, if I don't give them a rate, they're just gonna walk.
Yeah, and there it is right there. So I'm glad that you got to it on your own, that we didn't have to go through it. But here's the truth: is you cannot quote. Whoever quotes first loses, guys. If you give in, you're gonna feel sick. If you cave at all, as you said in there, it's not gonna work. You have to be so absolutely secure in the service that you provide that you can stand before somebody and say, this is how we do it here, and it's in your best interest that this is the way that we do it right now. I like to spend about 20 to 30 minutes getting to know you, getting to know a little bit more about your situation to make sure that you're in the mortgage for your needs. That's why I don't quote it first. If rate is the most important thing to you, I honor and respect that. And I will even tell you that I'd probably recommend calling Lending Tree right now and getting 10 people to bid on it. So if that's the most important to you, you have my absolute recommendation to do that. If you don't have that frame, Linda, you're going to always struggle with rate shoppers. And this goes for all of you guys. And it all is absolutely 150% based on your own mindset and your own ability to say, I really value what I provide here. I really know that I give a great service, that I'm able to advise people, that I'm able to really help people, that this is the start of a relationship. It's not the beginning of a transaction. This is the start of a relationship. I'm going to be your lender for life. I'm going to help you through so many different things. And in order for me to help you and to serve you at a super high level, I cannot just randomly run around and throw around quotes. I can't do it, and I won't do it. This is what I will tell you from doing thousands of loans. 10% of the population are pure rate shoppers. The more that you do our system and the more referrals you get, that number even starts to go down more and more. If you're doing any cold lead situation, you're going to get more rate shoppers. That's just the truth. But the more that you do our system, where you're creating referrals, where you're taking care of people, where you're servicing people, where you are creating relationships and they're a client for life, the rate conversation goes down and down. And here's the truth. You don't go into a doctor and you say, hey, how much is it for my knee thing? People just don't do that. And if people do that, doctors just say, I don't know. I don't even know if you need a knee thing, right? They don't run around quoting stuff. That is not how doctors operate. And I want all of you guys to get to a position where you think of yourself absolutely as professionals as doctors. You go in a doctor's office and they say this, I don't even know if you have anything. I don't even know if getting a mortgage is right for you. We need to take your blood. We need to take your height, your weight. We need to take all your vitals. And it's the same thing in here. And in order for me to even diagnose that, that's what I need to do first. So I do not run around and rate quote. In the beginning of my career, it used to be funny, guys. Like my team used to sit around and they would say, they even like, I would say, listen, I'll never quote. And they would, and they would challenge me and they would listen. And I just wouldn't do it. The minute that you do it, you've lost the deal. You just lost. So if you quote when you haven't put somebody through, and here's the thing in sales, if you quote somebody before you've demonstrated your value, you are not servicing them. You're not. So if you haven't done a mortgage coach for them, or if you haven't served them yet, if you haven't provided your value, you will lose it 100% of the time. You're only a commodity, and that's not what you want to do. All right. So it absolutely starts with your own mindset, your own discipline, your own, the way that you value you, that you do such a good job for people that you say, hey, this is how we do it here. And here's the other thing. Ready? And this is what trips up people. And Linda, I don't know if this is maybe something that you've experienced too, is sometimes people are going to just say, hey, listen, I just want the best rate. And you have to honor that and say this, I honor that. That's not what we do here. I'm not servicing you by throwing that out to you. I appreciate that. You have a fantastic day. I'll talk to you soon. You have to be okay with that. I cannot tell you how many people that you can even get business from that. They can even respect you. I can't tell you how many people that's a test. That's just them testing you too. Like, who wouldn't want a mortgage person that will just be at their beck and call all the time, right? So somebody's going to test it. Hey, I want you to do this, and I want you to do this, and I want you to do this, and I want you to do this. Yeah, it's not how we do it here. If I did that for everybody, then I wouldn't be able to service people. So that's not how we do it here. This is what we do here. And this is why we do it here. And I'd be happy to do that with you. But I honor you if that's not something you want to do. And you have to really, really mean it. So it absolutely is in your own mind. It's absolutely something where you take a level up above salesperson and you say, I'm a service professional. I'm every bit as how a doctor is. I take care of my clients like that. I do not quote. I just don't. And I hope you respect that.
Awesome. Thank you.
Yeah. Brad.
Hey, yeah, my question has to do with, so my wife's due with her second kid here near the end of the month, which I am super excited for.
Wow, congratulations, man.
Thank you. Yeah, and I'm planning to take some time off, and I actually saw the post that was this last week in the community about, the guy that was going to Hawaii and taking a week plus off, and that there were some really helpful comments in there, and I was just wondering, so right now I have a loan officer assistant, not yet licensed, but I'm planning, everything's in process. Operations team's doing a great job. I've spoken with one of my coworkers about maybe helping with handling some of the pre-approvals while I'm taking a week or two away. I just wanted to know any other suggestions or feedback to best prepare for that time.
Well, here's the deal. You will always be able to get more loans. You're never going to get 2 weeks with your newborn baby. And so it's one of those things that don't let this business spoil that. Don't let your business spoil that time. It's such a precious time, and feel absolutely secure in knowing that, again, that you're worth it taking that time off. What I would do is make sure that all your referral partners know that and know the point of contact for them to call. That's the biggest thing that you can do. They will absolutely respect that. Absolutely. You know what? Let me take that back. depending on who you have, they might or might not respect that. And so, but don't take it personally if they don't. And we've all gotten those conversations before too. I know your wife gave birth today. I just need this, right? That's how those messages come, right? You know the best way to handle those? Who knows the best way to handle that? I'll only put you guys on gallery view real quick. Oh no, I put it on the wrong one.
How about bye-bye?
Nope, not bye-bye. Who knows? Who's got it? Because good people are going to do that. I'm sure that you guys have done stuff like that before too. You get anxious and you rely on somebody, and you know it's like, hey, I know you're on vacation, but I know that you just had a baby, but I know, like those conversations. What's the best way to handle those? Who's got it? I'm looking for any hands. Okay, ready? I don't see any hands. Do not reply. That's the best way to handle that. Okay, there's almost an addiction in this business that you guys that holds a lot of you guys back. Where, you know, it's like zing or notification or dee, and that means that I need to do something at somebody else's beck and call, right? When you've told somebody that you're going to do something before and you don't answer, you are 100% in the agreement that you made. 100%. You're not letting anybody down. You've done everything that you can to do to be in a really good relationship with somebody. So not saying something, guys, is 1 billion% better than replying back, by arguing, by saying, hey, don't you remember? Or taking it, and this is even worse, taking it and then being resentful and then spending the night complaining about, I can't believe I told that person I was having a baby and they still messaged me and right? Like all that stuff. You know what I'm saying? Tara's smiling, so maybe you know what I'm saying, right? That whole game that we play. Guys, these are really the keys to time management in here. You guys all have enough time in the day to do our system, to do 100 million, to be a great wife or husband, to be a great father, to have excellent health, to have enough friends. I promise you there's enough time in your day. The time that you're spending, though, in your head, analyzing or being annoyed or all that, that's what's holding you. That's what's holding a lot of you guys back. Does that make sense? I'm seeing a lot of heads nod right here on that point. The big point is again, start with your own mindset, Brad, and be like, you are absolutely owed this. You can't get this time back. Do it. And I will tell you what, not replying is absolutely the best way to play almost everything, guys. And you know what's fun is you're going to want to reply and you're going to start doing it, and then you're going to write it, and then you're going to read it, and then you're going to erase it, and then you're going to write it again, and then you're going to erase it. You know, and like, if you can win that battle and not push send, you win. And that goes for anything. Anytime that you want to rip, it goes for everything, right? If you can win that battle, you'll be shocked at how much energy that saves you in life. Is that fair?
Yeah. Thank you.
Cool. Yeah. Tara.
I had a question, with the Tuesday calls, what would be most effective? Since I have less than a year in the business, I don't exactly have a plethora of, the purpose of Tuesday. So I didn't know if there were any other effective suggestions.
Yes, that's a fantastic question. And I'm glad that you asked, and I'm going to write myself a note to even put that into the Tuesday system. So if I'm you, how long have you been in?
Just shy of a year, 10 months, 9 months.
Yeah. So here's the dialogue for you. And Hillary's recording this, so I would recommend getting it from it. Is every single friend, family member, everybody that you know at your church, everything. It's this. So if you were in my network right now and I was starting out, it would be this, Tara. It would be, hey, Tara, I don't know if you saw, but I'm now a mortgage professional. It is so important to me that every one of my friends are in the best mortgage for your needs. So I do a completely free mortgage checkup. Would you like to do one? I would burn that up, and
Awesome.
and it's and here's the stats on it. I'm trying to remember. That's one of the things that I did that was outstanding, and I want to say it was somewhere between 10 and 20%.
Okay.
I don't remember exactly, but there's somewhere between 10 and 20. So the scary part is the 80, right? That don't get back to you, don't say anything, or even might be like, my sister's a mortgage broker, I don't need you, right? Like, and then you're like, cool, it's the same thing. Like, I honor that, right? No big deal. And so, guys, one of the key skills for all of you guys is thicker skin. Honor people, thicker skin. It's what's the little kid thing, like, sticks and stone I break my bones, but words will never hurt me. Like, what somebody says and what somebody does is holding so many of you guys back too. And like, God forbid if somebody says something to me. I don't know. It looks like about half the people that are on this call right now were at Inspire. And I was role playing with a financial planner, really, really ultra successful financial planner. I knew her from a different part of her life. I knew her from a coaching perspective. I didn't know anything about her from a financial planner perspective. And so I role played it live in front of everybody. And I said, hey, listen, let's just role play this live. Like, I've never talked to you about potentially getting your business as a financial planner. So I started going into it, and she was really firm, and she cut me off, and she had a like a very definitive, I know what you're trying to, I mean, she did this live. I know what you're trying to get, and I do not have time for people that are trying to get me, and it was like, it was such a cool moment, because I hope that the people that were there got to see that didn't, I literally just went to the next question. It didn't bother me at all. I went right to the next question. And probably about 15 or 30 minutes in, a couple people said, well, she's obviously not open for business. She'd never send us business. And I was like, no way. I guarantee she would. Some of the ones that are the toughest, that's what you want, are the ones that'll send you business. And I asked her publicly, I was like, Catherine, do you have a mortgage person that you have a relationship with? And she was like, no, I don't. And I'm looking for one. I love giving referrals. And you see, if I would have been like, oh, she just ripped my head off, that hurts, I'm out of here, I might have walked away from the most lucrative relationship that I could have done for my business right there. So that played out live. It played out organic. It played out perfectly, because a lot of them will do that. But guys, that goes for referral partners. That goes for borrowers. And Tara, especially for you, if you can get right now thick skin, there's nothing that somebody's going to say that's going to impact the way that I feel. It's just, there's nothing. It's nothing. You are a slimy salesperson. Get off the phone with me. Okay. Right. Next. Right? Like, that does not, that, like, what somebody else is thinking is never any of our business. It's just not. And a great way to be is just, I honor what somebody's opinion is. Awesome. Next. And that's the game, right? That's the game for all of you guys. That's the game. That's what's going on here. That's how you win at our system. That's how you're able to do 5, because you can do them. 3 can not get back to you. 3 can say, yeah, sure. Let's get together soon, right? Blow off. Awesome. Whatever. Right? 1's going to go, oh my God. Funny. This is how they say it. Funny, you should ask. I was just thinking about getting a house down. And you're like, right on. Right? And it's game on right now. And now you're in. Now you serve with absolutely every bit of your heart and soul. And then they want to start introducing you to others, and you keep them in our system. And then they're seeing their Thursday posts, and you're building and you're building and you're building and you're building. And there's this compound effect to it. And now you've created this business model where you're getting 90% of the people are coming from referrals and from your warm network. And they're not leading with what's your rate. They're leading with, hey, Tara, like what Brad said. This is how it happens. Hey, Tara, hey, want to let you know that we just had our second kid and we're thinking about moving up. Do you have some time that we can talk numbers? See how easy it is to schedule things? And yes, I do. Next Wednesday at 1, right? You see how you do that? But you guys have to keep doing that so you can get that business. And you will get that business over time. I can guarantee you that. But you have to help me out with the part of, you know what? I'm going to have thicker skin. I'm going to go ahead and do all this weird mindset stuff that Deryck, Sheer, and Dan are saying. And I'm not going to let what other people do affect me. Now I get it. Dumb mindset stuff. That's why, right? That's why we talk so much about mindset, because it becomes really easy to have conversations with people. You go serve them and you just honor them if they're not ready or if they don't like you or whatever. Doesn't matter, right? Like, you don't care if you're coming from a service perspective. Does that help? But that dialogue will kill, Tara. That goes for everybody.
Great. Thank you.
All of you guys. If anybody's struggling in business, just get out there and start doing either annual mortgage reviews for your people. That's what you say on Tuesday, right? You can just say, hey, it's been a year since we've contacted Bill. Would love to do a quick checkup on your mortgage to make sure you're in the best mortgage for your needs. You got a minute? Work, right? And you start helping people. That's how you get back out there. That's how you do it. You keep doing that over and over and over and over again. You keep doing that. Serve there on that Tuesday. Go help those people on that. Some of those will turn into loans. A lot of them, what happens more is that you will get a referral from them. That's what happens more. Sure, look at my numbers. Well, you got a 3.625. You're doing pretty good, 30-year fix, and you're never going to move. Great, awesome. But now they have a mortgage guy or a mortgage girl. And when they hear something, they're like, well, my mortgage guy just called me the other day. I could probably get you into contact with him. He's a really cool guy, really cool girl. That's the game, guys. Does that make sense? It all works together. Put them in your system, right? And then connect with them on Facebook. Use the posts that we do on Thursday to also email. Put them in your email. I think you guys all know this, or if you don't, if you're new, I built my entire $111 million business only in email. I didn't even have social in my day. So I can tell you it really, really, really works. So cool. Tara, was that helpful?
Yes, it was. Thank you. I saw Kip had a question in the comments. Is this via phone, text, FB, messenger, letter, email? What's the most effective course of communication on this one?
The one that works. Do not get in your head about it. And I'll give you a secret. It's the one that they talk on. Don't overthink that part, though. That's getting in your head too. So if somebody's on text and they're a 35 or maybe 40 and under, probably text. Messenger's probably the best place, but some people are on email, some people are on phone. Some people like to get a letter in the mail too. You know, it's don't let that bog you down, that part. The most important is, that you're doing a minimum of 5 a week. I'll tell you this, in the beginning, I used to do 20. So if you want to turbocharge it, you do 20 a week. And you will have so much business you won't know what to do with. And it goes for every one of the days. There's some people in here, right, that pick a day and just really own that day. I know 2 people off the top of my head that do Tuesday that are doing $5-6 million a month, just doing Tuesday. I also know people that are just doing Wednesday and doing $5-6 million a month. And I also know people that are just doing Thursday. So you put this together, and that's where it becomes just hyper growth mode. But the only thing that matters is that you do it. Even if you call somebody and you go like this, God, I really messed that up, but you did it, right? It's so much better than staying in your head and not doing it. Does that make sense to everybody? Like, you literally can bungle something and it's a billion times better than not doing it. Okay, so Andre, you said something about video.
Hi.
Hey.
Hi. Yes. I'm following. Dan is my coach, And just for everybody to know, I did follow your script. I had a $900,000 loan, and they wanted a quote. And I explained all the factors involved in that. And he decided to go somewhere else. But
Fine.
I was okay.
Yeah.
My husband wasn't. So I had to set up a meeting with Dan because I was, very down. I'm starting to. I've been a year.
Yeah, well, let me help you out with that. If I was speaking to your husband, you need reps and you just need more leads. You can never let one deal. It doesn't matter if it's $3 million deal. It doesn't have because there's nothing that you could have done. Because if you quote right there, you're going to lose anyways. And now you've done all that work and you're going to lose anyways. So there's no. I
feel good doing it. So, I came from pre-sales and high tech, and it's the same thing. The moment you quote something, they use it.
Yeah.
So, So, my biggest hurdle and challenge is video. I have not able to do from the first video I did about, hi, everyone, I want to make sure I'm in the best mortgage for your needs. Call me, blah, blah, blah. I have not able to do another one because I'm in my head and I'm in my hair and my makeup and all the crap except what is important. And I have asked Jan for help. So he told me, just call me anytime, but I wanted to bring it up. I'm still intimidated by video. I can be in person and I'm in control and I'm completely comfortable, but video is a roadblock for me right now.
So the good news is it's a roadblock for everybody. And so give you props for being super honest about it. But remember when I started this and I said there's some human things everybody's in their head? Every single person gets in their head about video. There's not one. And they all get in their head about their hair or their whatever, or what they say or whatever. I can tell you that the best advice that I can give you, the advice that helped me launch so many different things was the word publish. Do it. It's the only thing that matters. There's nothing else there. And as I say, like a video where you go, publish is way better than a video that you spent 4 hours on and you didn't publish.
Okay.
It's not even way better. It's there's no comparison because publishing is what will teach you. And unless you get to that point, this goes for all of you guys, but what I can tell you, Andre, is is there anybody, look, put it on gallery view. Is there anybody that didn't struggle with this, that you woke up and you were like, I'm just awesome at video. I joined Deryck Cheney mortgage coaching and that was the dumbest thing I ever heard. Like, cause I'm already awesome at video. Is there anybody here? I'm looking around. Anybody like just own this? And I don't see one person on here saying it. I can tell you it's everybody. So what then becomes the people that do it and the people that don't do it? The people that rise up and get to $5, $6, $7, $8 million a month and the ones that don't are the ones that go through that process where they stink at first. And they're okay with that. I think most of you guys have been in here. If you haven't heard my story on the very first presentation that I did on video, I'm not kidding. They all thought that I was naked on camera. I'm not kidding. I'm not kidding. I showed up for, you guys know it now. I was using Zoom to a new company presentation. I was so nervous to do it that I just wanted to show the video of me doing it. So I get on and I say, hey guys, I'm going to show the video. But beforehand, again, I was so nervous to do it. I went and ran. That's what I do to try to get through the nerves. And it was November and 80 degrees. I just didn't plan for it. So I put my green shirt on. I stood in front of them. I started the video and I looked down. I had these big sweat stains and I was like, my goodness, that looks so stupid being on camera, these big sweat stains. And I work at home. So I got a bright idea that I'll take off my shirt and go dry it because I can't show up with a different shirt on at the end of the video. And so I go in there, I throw in the thing. And why I decided to come back and sit right in front of the computer with no shirt on, with my feet up like this. I don't know if you can see it. So it literally looked like I was naked. So this is how it was. right? So it was a hot day, so I had shorts on, and I had no shirt on, and my legs were up like this. And what happened is the video stopped. You know, technology happens. So for 3 minutes, they were on there, and I left my phone upstairs too. I didn't want to be bothered. 3 minutes, I was sitting there like this, and they were like, dude, this is the worst presentation that's ever been done. Not only are we not going to coach with you, I think we're going to report you to somebody, right? Like it's you can't do worse than me on that. And if you guys go back through like my post, it was in 2015, you'll see I immediately got on social and made fun of myself right after that. And like, guys, you'll never like, because like I stand before you as saying I'm not special at all. It does not take brain surgery to do 111 million. I promise you. I think the only thing I do well is I'm not scared to look like a fool in the beginning. I'm just not. I think it's funny too. I really do. Like, you know, that's what I mean. You get on there and that's funny. Like this ended up being funny. Like, look, now I have a story for the rest of my life. Like it's funny when you mess up. Some of the best videos are like these people that are ultra producing all these videos and then they're doing like this on there. It's not helping them. Nobody cares.
I wouldn't mind to be ridiculous, funny, and stupid. The problem is I'm robotic. I'm serious. I'm stiff. I look like, ugh. So that's the thing. But
everybody stinks in the beginning. Doesn't mean like you guys aren't professional actors and actresses. You don't have it. You don't have, I'm able to talk and look into it and smile at the same time yet. That takes time. It does. It takes time.
Yeah. Thank you.
But what happens is we don't want to publish because we want to be awesome. Instead of like, I'm going to publish this and my college buddies are going to make fun of me. Right? That's what holds so many people back. Or my network's going to make fun of me, my mom or my daughter or somebody. And then you just be like, yeah, they totally make it. And it's just so fascinating because they do make fun of you in the beginning, but then they start to really respect you because then they're like, wow, I should do that too. And that's what happens, right? The realtors, the financial planners, your network, they're all going, man, she's brave. I wish I had that kind of courage. Did you see how you just became attractive? Not, you know, like not a physical, like the physical. You became attractive, you know, like you became attractive then because it's like, Louis Ren, right? 82 years old. He told us the other day. He did a video or a post the other day, and I saw an agent comment in his saying, Louis, you're an inspiration. I wish I had the courage to do video at your age, right? Like, amazing, right? Go look at it. Go look it up. I saw it was maybe last week. Mm-hmm. Everybody is so. People first, when they see somebody doing something that they should be doing, a lot of people's knee jerk is to make fun of you, right? Like, I got to bring her down or bring him down because I'm not rising up. That's my own limiting belief, right? That's what people do. So when anybody says anything, this is a secret, guys. When anybody ever says anything derogatory to you, all that is it's giving you the insight into the self-talk that they're doing in their mind. That's how they talk to themselves. So you know what? They say, you look stupid on video. That's their mind saying, I look stupid on video. I'm nervous to be on video. And they try to and they say it to other people. And we let that somehow affect us. It doesn't. That's their own self-talk. Okay. And what you can get to is you can literally get to a point where you just laugh when other people say stuff about you. Like, wow, that's what you think about yourself. That's kind of sad, but like that, and it doesn't affect you. You get in. The other key thing is, guys, here's the deal. When you care more about serving people than anything else, it gets dramatically easier. It's the truth. When you really care about, I want to help people. There are so many people in this world that are getting crappy mortgages, that are getting crappy service, that people don't help them. And we are not serving people by being in our own head, scared that somebody's going to say something about us, instead of finding these people and helping them. People are dying for this kind of service. The only reason why Quicken's #1 is because there's not enough people getting out there. Because they don't have anything else to do. So they have to deal with Quicken's awful service.
True. Thank you.
Yep. Let's see. I'm kind of in a rare form right now, Shira. So we're going to just roll with this. Randy Locke.
I'm digging all of it.
Is Randy still on, or did you just get disgusted with us? Oh, there you are. Randy, if you're on, just unmute yourself.
There we go. How's it going?
Oh, hi.
Man, I'm awesome. How are you?
Doing great. One of the things I think I mentioned in them as my referral business over the past 6 months has been really great from my previous clientele and
Awesome.
social media.
Congrats.
But it's getting in my head right now. I'm not getting the type of referral business from the real estate agents that I would expect. And I've been approaching them in the way that I do it. But I was just wondering, how do you not let that get in your head when your expectations are higher than what the results are?
I'll tell you this, guys, this is another ginormous why to being proactive and doing our system week in and week out. Again, when you get into, I'm going to keep going and find new people and keep bringing that energy in. I'm not going to just rest on my laurels. I say it like this, like when you get into that, your job is to do loans, but your business is sales and marketing. When you shift there and you know that you do sales and marketing, that's what you do. Doing loans is your job. Someday you're going to be able to systemize your job and you're going to be able to hire people to do the job part. Does that make sense to everybody? Mm-hmm. The part that you never give up is the business, which is sales and marketing. So when you shift into my job is sales and marketing, and that's what I do, you do not get into the myopic, like whether this agent's sending me more or less business or I expect certain things from different people. All that stuff starts to go away because they see you out there. They see you out there hustling. They're like, man, that guy is hustling. I should be doing that too. That guy is a baller. You know what? I want to be sending that dude business. That's the kind of energy that I want to be working with. That's what we have to bring more to the table. That really is my challenge for each and every one of you guys is be more of a baller. Bring that energy. Be out there. That's what's attractive. That's the energy that will pull these top agents to you and the top financial planners. Be out there. And that's when they'll send you more business too. But you've got to be able to keep yourself motivated for sales and marketing. And then you will not get beat down on one deal. If you lose one deal, whatever, right? I mean, you got so many that you can take care of. There's so many people out there that need your help. So let's all make a real effort right now to go be a baller this spring. The energy is right now. Okay. There's a definitive pull in the market over the last 2 to 3 weeks, August 15th through Labor Day. People are chilling out. They're mourning the end of summer. They're getting their kids into school. They don't want to do something. There's a routine shift that happens, right? People have gotten into a summer routine and now they need to shift into a year routine. It kind of throws people off in that late August to early September. The minute they get that different energy, everything shifts. So you have this opportunity right now to double, triple down on this system and go get it. So you can have these amazing falls. Now is the energy. Don't let what any of your app count or anything over the last 2 or 3 weeks have any effect on you. If you're down at all, it's so normal this time of year. The week before Labor Day is the slowest app week besides the week after Christmas. So after Christmas, number 1, and then number 2 is the week before Labor Day from an app perspective. So don't let anything be in your head right now, because now the energy has shifted. People are starting to get their new routines in. They're going like this, and you know what they're doing? They're like this. Hey, you know what? We should probably get a bigger house. And you know what the next comment is? Well, let's get that done before the holidays, so we're in for the holidays. Can you imagine doing Thanksgiving dinner? Can you imagine having Christmas in this new, that's what shifts right now. So there's an energy right now that there's a psychology energy. You can really go get this. So use this energy right now. Is that fair, Randy?
Sure. I just have one other quick comment.
Sure.
As far as doing our getting back to our previous clients and doing the mortgage annual reviews. Mm-hmm. One of the tools that I've used recently has been I have a credit union in the area that is really bad at doing first mortgages, but really good at doing HELOCs and second mortgages.
Nice.
So when I'm calling the my clients, I already know that the rates are awesome. but it gives me an opportunity to talk to them about, do they need to consolidate with a small second mortgage? And if they do, then I can refer it to this credit union. And she's been referring me some clients that they
Totally.
can't do the first mortgages. So we don't always have to call with the idea of refinancing them, but we can always, they may have other people they may know, but if we can provide extra ideas that they may not have thought about, we have value at that point too.
Totally. I appreciate you sharing that, Randy, because you just nailed it. As I say, from somebody that did a lot of these, it was the overriding thing was the, hey, you know what, I've got somebody, or it's a chance to refer. But this also gives you that rare time where you will catch somebody before they have an agent too. And they, would you like me to make an introduction? I work with some of the top agents. Boom. Now you have, now you're up in your game so much. So probably in my experience, Tuesday is the one that the people do the least. And I will tell you that I really think it's the one that you should do the most. But I think you should do all of them the most, but definitely Tuesday the most. Cool. Thanks for sharing, Randy. I appreciate that. David Cohen.
Hey, how are you?
Man, I'm awesome. How are you?
I'm doing great. So my clarifying question is with regard to rate shoppers. I wanted to just clarify, are we discussing if somebody calls and just says, hey, so-and-so referred me to you, what's your rate? I mean, because obviously my response to that is typically, well, there's a lot that goes into the rate. Yeah. Kind of like going to and I actually use the doctor analogy. I'm like, it's like going into the doctor and saying,
nice.
Hey, can you diagnose me? But I'm not going to tell you any of my symptoms yet. It's kind of an impossible question to answer. But when I am in the position to talk with that client and, get their financials, et cetera, I will put together a loan illustration, which is going to include an interest rate. I just explained that, nothing is locked in until you're under contract, yada, yada. So I just wanted to clarify, was the question with regard to how do we handle the person who's just calling up saying, what's your rate? Or how do we just handle the rate objection, period? Because it sounded like it was more along the lines of when they just call in and say, what's your rate?
Yeah, I don't know the nuance that Linda was asking about that. She could probably clarify if she wanted to, but I was answering it from the perspective of somebody asking what's your rate before you've had the chance to demonstrate value. Yeah.
Gotcha.
So that's how I was answering it from that. And it's a sales maxim. It's a core thing in sales where if you're quoting before you've demonstrated value, you've just wasted your time.
Right.
I will tell you guys this too. One of the keys that I think that almost everybody is making a mistake on it as well is, I don't even think there's a technical term for it. It's how I used to sell. I would demonstrate value, and then I would give them two options, and I would talk to them about the difference between the two options. I wouldn't just give them one option and say our 30-year rate is 4.5 with no points. It would be our 30-year rate and our 15. Even if you don't want to go 15, I want you to at least look at it so you understand this financially. This is how 15 benefits you. This is how 30 benefits you. Which one works better for you in your situation? I think I'll choose a 30. See how they're not talking about rate right there? They're choosing between programs. The trick for all of you guys is to get them to choose between programs, not between your rate and somebody else's rate. Does that make sense to everybody? It is a upper level sales strategy right there that is gold. So if you want to get them off of comparing you against somebody else, you want to get them comparing programs. Let's look at a 30-year. Let's look at a 5-year. Let's look at a 30-year with 5% down. Let's look at a 30 with 20% down. Let's look at, I don't even know if you guys have it anymore, but let's look at PMI versus LPMI. Is that still an option for you guys? Is that still out there? I used to do that one a lot too. So you're really helping somebody. That's where you demonstrate value. When they come in, and then you say, well, how much do you want to put down? 10%. And then you guys go, like, not you personally, but when people go do up an estimate based on them telling you 10%, you're not servicing them. You got to keep going and going. Well, how did you come up with 10%? Is that the right call for you? Well, let's look at your credit report. Well, I see on here that you have $20,000 of credit card debt, which is minimum payments of $835. I'd probably use 5% right now to pay off that entire your credit card balances and only put 5% down. We can look at an LPMI deal and we can look at a PMI deal. Let's look at that. You see how you just shifted everything? Linda, that's the secret right now to getting off rate quote. So assuming that somebody knows what's in their best interest for them, and then you're just a rate quoter, that's what Quicken. Then there is no difference between us and Quicken. There's nothing. You guys have to be the investigator. Ask another question. Find out. Well, let's see. Let's look at everything. That was another way I used to do it. Say, let's look at everything. You know what? Let me help you look at everything to find out what's the best mortgage for your overall financial picture. Let's really look at that. Okay, cool. And now you're talking to them between putting 5 and 10% down and the benefits are there. And then you say, which one do you think is better? I think I'll go with 5%. Awesome. Do you feel like locking now? Do you want to lock now? Well, I don't know. What do you think? Well, I'm a conservative person financially, so I lock. Are you a bird in the hand or a two in the bush person? Do you want to rate? Do you want to wait and play the market, or do you want to lock now? I will tell you this, the people that don't lock and then call us back in a day or two and the rates are higher, they never get over it. They beat themselves up. So if you want my professional advice, I'd probably recommend locking, but it's up to you. Which one do you want to do? I think I'm going to lock. Awesome. Cool. Here's the rate. Do you guys just see that whole thing right there? That's how you get 90% conversion rates right there. Look out for them. They don't know anything better than to ask what your rate, because they don't know anything else. They're not professional negotiators. They're not. They're just as nervous as you are. They're actually really nervous about it. Like, oh my God, I got to talk to this mortgage person. This person's going to sell me. So, well, what do I do when they try and sell me? Because a lot of mortgage people do try and sell them. You just say, what's your rate? And get off the phone. Get a good faith estimate. Get out of there. Or at least in my day, it was called good faith estimate, whatever it's called now. But right? They don't know any better. So when you say, hey, let's slow down. Let's make sure that we get the best mortgage. Mortgage is the biggest financial decision of your life. It is so important to me that you get this absolutely right. And it works for your entire financial picture. Was that helpful, David? Cool. I don't know if I see anybody else on here. Oh, no, I do see some other people on here. Linda, Matt, I had an on-air 2 job and struggle with it. Jordan. Jordan, you're really good at that. Are you still on, Jordan? Did we lose her already? Jordan, no, Jordan, if you're on and you can hear me, unmute yourself. You're muted. I just see.
Hello.
Hey, how are you?
Hi, I'm good. How are you?
Can you turn on your camera? Are you in a turning on a camera position?
Yeah, I can do that. Hold on. I just had my processor in here a second ago.
There you go. Oh, there you go. Yeah. So what you want to read what you just said, or you want to give anybody a tip? Because I think you do a really good job at that.
So I had basically just said that whenever I go to record a video, I'll always just pretend like I'm talking with a friend of mine or a family member or something like that. And that just kind of helps make it more conversational versus, I'll have a script in mind, but then I'll just kind of I'll pretend like it's a friend of mine in front of me.
That's honestly that. I didn't know that that's what you do, but you do it really well, and I could tell that you had something. Guys, that's the same. That's the same thing that I do too on social. I pick one person when I do a video, and I just talk to that one person, and I actually picture who it is, and I picture how I would talk to that person. Yeah. That's how I do it. When I speak, I was just for the people that were just inspired. There's people that come up after Inspire, and they'll go, "Well, I noticed that you have you do this and you say this and you do this and you do this, do you practice that?" And I was like, no, the only thing I do when I speak too is if I'm teaching a lesson or I picture one person that needs to hear that lesson, and then I just talk to that person. And it really takes out that whole like, oh my God, there's all these people that there's thousands watching into, I'm just talking to I'm talking to my friend, right? And I'm helping my friend. It really helps out a lot. So for anybody that struggles with that too, pick your best friend and just talk to that person. The post that I just did today for you guys for Social Thursday, it's really, really good. Just pick your best friend and tell them that from a position of really caring about them. Hey, are you planning on buying a house in the spring or in the fall? And even mess up. Do you see me mess up? Do you see I messed up? And then just keep going, right? It works. It's real. Don't, oh my God, I messed up. Gonna do it again. Oh my God, right? Like that, like just go with it. It's okay. People mess up when they talk. Cool. Good job, Jordan.
Thanks.
DC Baller. I like that, Tyler. Yeah, Samuel, we're still asking questions, so go ahead.
Oh, can you hear me?
I can.
Great. Yeah. So I actually just watched the video on it this morning, and as far as following up with a realtor after you have had a meeting with them or any referral partner, you said a friend of them on social media. You're also dropping in like once a week and just saying, "Hey, I'm available to work any deals or just help you with any clients that you need to serve. I'm here." Is just maybe a little bit more detail around that, because I'm sorry.
Yeah, another great one right now is that's even easier is, hey, it's fall now. What are you seeing in the market? Are buyers still outnumbering sellers right now, or what are you seeing? Ask them a question about the market. That's probably number one that I would recommend for all of you guys.
Okay.
Hey, really curious, just curious. What are you seeing in the market right now? Still fast? It's slow? Are you still getting multiple offers? Cool, thanks. Right, you're staying in front of people, and really, really an easy way is that's how you build a lot of this rapport and a lot of these relationships. Is that fair?
Yeah. So I've done that, but I feel like I wouldn't be able to do that every single week. And like, so as far as like just staying continually in front of them, I know you said like.
Well, hold on. Let me challenge that thought.
Okay.
I don't feel like I could do that every single week. So our system is 3 on Wednesday. Do you think you can do that?
Well, absolutely. I'm talking about that's for like new realtors though, or real new people. Oh, correct.
New and old people.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's 3 conversations on Wednesday is what it is.
Okay. Okay.
I will guarantee you this, 3 conversations times 50 weeks in a year, you've had 150, you will have more business from referral partners than you can deal. Promise you that. But if you do 3 once a month, now you've had 36. You see the difference? See how the numbers go right there? It's not as effective. So that's why it's every bit of just, hey, listen, this is the day. This is my business, is sales and marketing. I'm going to go get this right now. I'm going to do it. I'm going to win today. Yes, sir.
Oh, and I was just going to say, and then with anything that you're doing like Social Media Thursday, you're emailing that to them as well?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Okay. So that's just like continually.
I put it everywhere. I put it on LinkedIn, put it on Instagram, put it on Facebook, put it in email. Put it in your groups that you're doing too.
All right. Cool.
That's funny. JR, I forgot that I said this. JR said, Deryck told me to name my camera and talk to it like it was my friend. That helped me out a lot. That's another good way to do that too. Look right into the little camera hole and pretend that that's the eye of one of your friends. Name it. Guys, it's 2:00. That was fantastic. If you need anything else, just reach out in the group and ask a question. I appreciate each and every one of you guys. There's absolutely some energy right now. Let's go use this energy and let's kill it this fall. Okay? Fair? You guys have a great week. Talk to you soon.